Good evening. In tonight's news bulletin, transmission cable problems at the Sekana Tower affect the new digital television reception to half of the island. Niue High School introduced an online portal to keep parents informed of their children's progress. Families celebrated Waitangi Day at the New Zealand High Commission residence over the weekend. Awasele men's cricket team have been banned from this year's competition following the Niue Kilikiki Federation decision. Television customers on the northern side of the island have been unable to watch the new digital TV system since Tuesday last week. The Broadcasting Corporation rolled out the new and improved digital system towards the end of last year, and that gave customers the option of 12 television channels. The past few months have been spent getting people registered and paying for the new equipment to be installed. The expectation was that the old analog system would be turned off in February, but that has been deferred until the corporation resolves these issues. With the heavy downpours lately, it is suspected to have affected the transmission cables. Customers from Makifu all the way up to Hakupu were informed to switch back to their old aerials to be able to view TV Niue's channel, while technical staff work towards identifying the fault and starting repairs. Work continues to install equipment to remaining customers who have registered and paid for the new system. And there is a planned outage to allow technicians to rectify the problem that will be carried out from 7 a.m. until 11 tomorrow morning and will affect television, radio and telecommunications. This work will also be dependent on the weather. Niue High School is about to roll out a new program that will allow parents and caregivers to view children's school records online. Education is an integral part of development, and the Department of Education has been working on ways to engage more with the community. Both schools have been part of developments with the KMA system, and Niue High School is now ready to have parents access the online portal that will strengthen the relationship and that will also benefit students' education.
The portal basically is a website that parents can log into. It is a private account. You get a private account. You get a username and a password, and only you can access it. And in there you will find school records of your children that attend Niue High School. Things like their attendance record, their term reports, any assessments that has been done and marked and entered into the school system. It will show up. School notices, basically everything that we have recorded on the database regarding students will show up on the portal, and parents can view it from their houses, from their homes.
The Education Department and Niue High School are very excited by this new development and encourage all parents and caregivers to use the service that will have benefits for all involved.
Things that will help the staff and the students be more efficient with school processes. At the moment, things like our enrollments, our attendance reports, they are all on the database, on the school management database called KMA. And it is through that system that the portal has come about. Over the last few years, we've been hearing, from parents and from the community that they want to be more involved in terms of knowing more about how their kids are doing in school, how they're progressing as the year goes. So we thought that this would be a good way of keeping the parents and the community informed.
Niue High School will be keeping in close communication with parents this year with regards to students. For parents who are keen to use the system but lack IT skills, the school is prepared to provide special training sessions.
It's not too difficult. I'm sure everybody now has a Facebook account, and it's basically like, accessing Facebook. You get a username, you get a password, You go to the website, you put those things in, and you enter, and you scroll through the features that are there and look for it yourself. But if there are parents who need assistance, the school is open. Let us know and we will arrange something. At this stage, it's just making sure that parents use it because it is, after all, a way of keeping in touch on a day-to-day, week-to-week basis with how your kids are performing in school and their progress.
The new school year spells out potential for a more collaborative approach to provide students with the best possible education. The New Zealand High Commission residence at the pier was the place to be for Waitangi Day pre-celebrations on Saturday. Waitangi Day marks a significant part of New Zealand history, and Niueans as New Zealand citizens join in celebrations to pay homage to the special relationship as provided for in the country's constitution. His Excellency Ross Ardern welcomed guests to a program with a family focus that showcased some of what Kiwis are most known for, such as fun activities and classic food like cheese scrolls, sausage rolls, Anzac biscuits and other delightful dishes. We spoke to Ross about the success of the day.
More than anything, it was about families, and it was about giving the opportunity for families to do things together. So we had games and carnival sort of arrangements, and opened up the pool, and the children could participate in all of those events. Tug of war, all of the events were put together by David and Jenna in terms of the games and carnivals, and we all had different roles to play. The food cooking competition was fantastic. We hope that next year, if the new High Commissioner takes us forward, that we get more people participating in the cooking competition. It was really good, that.
The Waitangi Family Day event, now into its second year, had Commission staff busy with preparations for the carnival type setup, where there was face painting as well as 10-pin bowling, tug of war, and there was even a 4-hole mini golf course.
Well, the mini golf was a lot of weekends and after work activity with my good friend Frank Wells and our own staff here at the High Commission, who worked tirelessly during the day. So all of the plants that you could see there, every last one of them has come from the bush around the grounds. All of the timber walkways was from recycled timber when we refurbished the swimming pool. So there's a lot of recycling gone into that particular golf course. It's only 4 holes, and it's designed for people to have a bit of fun with, as you saw on the weekend. Certainly not in any competition for the local putt-putt. 4 holes I don't think we'll ever expect to be. But more than anything, it was just another activity that I could keep myself entertained on the weekends and have a bit of fun doing with Frank.
The Kiwiana Classic Desserts competition did not have as many entries as last year, but the quality was definitely there. Jacqueline Hekesi won the top prize for the children's section of the competition, and Moka Kalauni took out the adults category. The Waitangi Day events concluded with the famous gumboot throwing competition, and that went to Randy Livaye. This event and this year will also be His Excellency Ross Ardern's last term as the New Zealand High Commissioner, and he will leave a legacy as a good friend of the Niue people.
I'll finish my term at the end of the year, which will be 4 years in the way for this particular stint, and the time has gone very, very fast. But I think for me, more than anything, is building on the work of my predecessors and making sure that the relationship between Niue and New Zealand, which is all important, is on a good foundation. So we have a great relationship with the government, with the Secretary of Government and the officials, and that's very helpful in getting the program of work pushed forward. So, yeah, for me, it's making sure that the relationship is in good shape. For the team, I thank them on the day, and I thank them again. That takes a lot of work to actually put a little function together like that. So I'm very grateful to everyone that worked alongside us to make it happen. But for Niue, look, Laurel and I still have another 11 months to go here. We intend to make use of every moment that we have here. By the time we leave, we'd have given over 8.5 years of service to New Zealand and Niue, and we hope that we've contributed something to the growth and development of Niue. We've worked hard to make that happen. I hope it has happened.
Those who made it to Waitangi Day event at the High Commission residence thoroughly enjoyed themselves, and hopefully this will be an ongoing program. Awasali's men's cricket team have been issued with a ban from the competition for this year following a collective decision by the new Kilikiki Federation Committee. This has not been taken lightly by the Awasali team, who have been in the final contenders a number of times and would like the chance to compete this year. Last year's final between Liku and Awasali ended abruptly when the Liku team walked off the field. From Awasali's perspective, they should have been declared the victors because the other team had left the field of play. Liku, on the other hand, had voiced their discontent and claimed foul play and bad sportsmanship on Awasali's part. The matter was returned to the Federation for a decision, and it is one that could see Awasali out of play for this year. The new Kilikiki Federation have confirmed the ban and said they have sent a letter to the team with the decision made. However, the captain of the Awasali team said that they have not received a letter or explanation why this decision was made. He also claimed that they were not aware that there was a meeting last month to discuss the issue for their team to be banned. They have made attempts to get a response from the committee for some time to reconsider and discuss the matter further, but have not received a response. Mr. Vakanofisi says that if they do not receive any communication from the Federation, they would seek advice from the national sporting body, NISCA. Failing that, they are prepared to take the matter to court. We contacted the national sporting body to find out whether they had received any formal request to date, and according to NISCA President Alan Tano, they have not received any request for guidance regarding this matter, and added that they cannot interfere with individual sporting codes, management and decisions. This is the first time a team has been banned from the cricket competition, and whatever the outcome may be, the Kilikiki season is set to get off to a start this weekend. And that concludes our news bulletin for this Tuesday evening. Do join us again for our next news bulletin on Thursday.